Rise ball sails high. 2-1 the count on Kennedy.
And that's the key, staying disciplined on that, not biting on that rise. And then Caitlin Lowe herself going out and getting balls up against the wall, and we'll talk defense a little bit later, but Reagan Shockey's one of those really exciting players for the Wildcats.
2-0 the count. She takes that previous pitch just below the zone. Hitters count of 2-0, but a pitcher like this one thrives as it's fouled off below the bat at home plate.
As well, I mean, 4 homers on the season. She's another one of these hitters that's just very versatile, but power is definitely part of her game.
A tall athlete, so that extension is important. That's why with the bigger strike zone, those numbers are a little bit stunning to see how patient she's able to be. Buckled her knees that time as that one's dropped in there. It's pitching, folks. When Kenzie is right, you're in a rocking chair. You're back.
Yeah, and you can imagine this staff at U of A, that's what they're looking for. You know, be patient, make her throw strikes. She's been doing a good job of it, but they're going to need those kind of at-bats against Brown here tonight.
Devin Netz is the heart and soul of this team. She's somewhat fearless. It'll get her into a buzzsaw at times, and she's fine with that. Whether it's in the circle with the bat in her hands, you make a mistake, it's leaving. Let's go there because the hit total does mean something when you think about a team with so many hits. It tells me, just looking at the stats, yes, they hit homers, but they're super satisfied with positive contact.
Feels really strong about sending her out there to start this game and many others and just get the job done. She's got 10 homers, leads everyone on the team, but again, a powerhouse. Throws pretty hard, 68 to 70, so she's got the velo, but Darren has to hit her spots.
2-2. Here's what I love about her, because and strong enough to find center field. And if you get it over the head of Beal, you've done just enough. An excellent shortstop. That's pure strength because that was a good pitch.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell she wanted to hit that one deep, but the fact that it just got over the head of Beal gets the job done, gets a base runner right here as we take another look at it. And it's just her strength. I mean, she's a young...
As she takes a screwball outside.
And she's a young lady. I talked to her yesterday, Darren. She said she's kind of, it feels like she's a late bloomer here from Peoria, Arizona, went to Cactus, then went to Utah Tech, and then was able to come back here and play for the Sun Devils.
In, right on the hands. Who's going to cover first? Race to the bag. It is one up the line by Wendell. The AIAW, and it was a championship at that point.
And that's why, you know, the series is actually pretty lopsided. Let's take another look at it. It's a little bit high. She was fired up, but not a strike, says our home plate umpire.
Stephen Gould works behind home plate. Chad Steers and Cameron Ellison out working the bases. Up and in, 1-0 the count to Emily Shep. Shep, the DP in this one, the super soft.
I was going to say.
A lot of meetings.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversation. I mean, you know, I get it. When Kenzie's been pitching lately, there hasn't been much traffic on the base paths, but you can tell that they are just trying to make sure they're on the same page.
So Shep settles back in, made her verbal commitment back in January of 2023 to become a Wildcat.
At shortstop, and I think that's just the thing, you know, the bat, it started off very cold, and last 13 games or so, there's been big improvement.
Hits it hard, but foul. Up that first base line. Taylor from Folsom, California, went to Vista Del Lago High School, was the team MVP 3 of the 4 years.
Want to have this Wildcat team, and Stoddard in particular, getting quick outs and what's going to amount to a quick inning for the Sun Devil offense.
Yaya Acuna, many years ago, she starts her soft over the outside corner, backed off there, 0-1 the count to Dakota.
And so far, Kenzie Brown has done a nice job of dancing around some base runners.
The daughter of Marvina and Eric. Before they started their softball season, as she hits that firm.
You know, I should reach up to get the throw and got the arm down quickly, got the glove on her.
We're going to take it. is working behind a few years, but for a decade we worked together. You're allowed to disagree at any point. You know that, right? You can disagree.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I won't be shy about
Good.
it, Darren.
I know that. I know that.
But I really thought that she was out initially, and now that we're looking at it here, you can see this angle's a little bit. Bring notes to the ACT, Darren.
No, that's my point. That's my point. That's great, though. That's the modern sport. The athletes, multiple signals, multiple signs, wristbands with notes, pockets full of notes.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught like that. That's for sure. But
Power through and through. We saw a real aggressive Ruthian cut first time up. Doubled. Had her off balance, but doubled into left center field. Swinging bunt single and a catcher's interference. 1-1 the count on Nets.
big swing there from Nets. And we've seen Kenzie Brown. See that power of Devin Nets. She's going to look to drive something here.
And Mika Lupi, the sophomore, is tossing it a bit in the pen right now. Huge. Huge plays, certainly. And again, it's what's frustrating, I think, is the little things that led to the home run. You got a swinging bunt. You've got a catcher's interference. But the homer's the homer's the homer. That wasn't a bad break. That was a really good piece of hitting. Emily Shep. Infield back, outfield back as well as she takes in and off the plate. 1-1 the count. It was against BYU. It was 8 strikeouts on the 8th day of March that Brown allowed 4 runs overall against Central Florida in a win.
But Nets did a nice job herself of hustling over there. The bobble, quick recovery, and gets her arm out there. Davis digging all the way. 1 down.
0-1 the count. Tiare Ho Ching. Momentum and comfort. But the coach does reserve the right if there's something on their mind to go out there and share it, correct? I mean, that's doesn't always have to make sense.
Seems like something must have been on the list of discussion here.
Christian Conrad went out there. He's the assistant pitching coach as well. Coming over after 3 really good years. I'm sure as that one way inside, skips to the backstop. Yeah, Kinsey, talking about family. When you have a family of that size, how much it means. You can see what she's doing.
Hear that. 70. So basically with her siblings were just like a tenth of the whole population, right? But I'm guessing, now I'm really interested. It must have been, I'm guessing, a pretty big farm. Just a lot of land and not as many people.
Tag along, the pitch runner. Number 2.
Pitch runner for Arizona. 1-2 the count. Wildcats coming in 27-4 on the year. Nice job, but the runner takes off, and there's going to be a rundown. Tagalog looking. She's got an open door and slid right through that door.
Nice.
And so again, going to talk pitching, going to make a pitching move. Adjustments, you have a strikeout pitcher. They had their strikeouts. I mean, that was part of what went on, but they were patient, the walks, and then they got lucky. I mean, they got some breaks. You got a swinging bunt, you have a catch.
She and Tanya Wendell might have attended a camp here together. You never know, but a lot of these young ladies that grew up here in the area, went to camps here.
A rare out in the air is what that one is. So they get Murphy, extends her hands. Good idea to go the other way, just couldn't square it up.
Yeah, and that's a catch that Shockey makes look easy.
467 innings, 10 shutouts, 4 no-hitters, and 600 strikeouts. I mean, that's crazy. It feels like she had to pitch every day to have those kind of numbers.
600 strikeouts. That is truly incredible.
There's that screwball spin a moment ago we were talking about to Devin Netz. Those long arms is kind of the epitome of baseball and softball hitters, of someone who stays short to the ball. And she does that. Willingness to go that way. 0-2.
That's just a nice rise there that gets swung through. And the previous strike was a ball that had some late life dipping down. With the changes, I mean, the travel obviously is all different this year, so it has been something to adjust to. With some great programs into the Big 12, and you know, while a lot of games have been played in the season, they're really just getting into the meat of that right now.
Good pitch in on the hands. It's been a pleasure to watch the diligence of Miranda Stoddard tonight in this game. Stick-to-itiveness that she has shown, and ran quite a bit. Fouled that one off at home plate. Ouch. Got a piece of Sydney Stewart.
Yeah, that'll hurt. Stoddard continues to throw strikes and attack.
Slaps that one toward the hole. Base hit left field. Charging up with it right to the cutoff man. But Reagan Shockey with a beautiful swing, the center fielder.
This is what Arizona will do to you, is that they will... You know, they can hit homers, and they hit a 3-run homer earlier, but they can also just put the ball in play. And all of a sudden now, as well as Tipton had done, and she needs to be a leader out there, she's done that. And you see she's just an athlete with all the tools, right? Is that what we describe? A player that can put the ball in play, has power, great defender, steals bases.
Made her verbal on July 6th of 2023, did Ho Ching, Tiare. Or anything that you can build upon that's positive, although I don't know of a pitcher that beats that swing, the confidence to let it travel deep into her stance. I was glad you mentioned the timing mechanism. She really got that foot down.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a crossover for hitters. No, either diamond sport, to where you finally trust your hands, and it's so hard to cross over that bridge and not go back. There's that being in college in Marthasville, Missouri.
Yeah, Marthasville, Missouri, Washington High School, and yeah, her friends, I'm sure, are getting ready for prom as she swings and misses there. And here she is, you know, wow. So she is a very young freshman and opted to come right here to Arizona State.
Coach King thinking, wait, you're leaving? To be. Didn't mean to, Devin, but she did. 1-2 the count. There are some of those spinny metrics we talked about.
Well, it's amazing when you see the ball when Swan has to jump up to catch that ball, but yet coming into the hitter, it looks hittable.
1-2 ties her up. Just a single hop over there to third.